was watching CNN when I saw an interview between the host Boris Sanchez and some piece of trash from Louisiana's legislature who helped pass a bill that requires the 10 Commandments to be displayed in the classroom. Boris, in an attempt to bring some sense to the situation, asked this individual if she was aware that the United States is a secular country, a fact that seems to be in stark contrast with the bill she helped pass.
Well, what's important about this bill and what's important to remember about this country is that whether we like it or not, the 10 Commandments are in the Supreme Court of the United States. Moses is on the law in Congress. This is part and ingrained in our nation. This is a historical document that's important in Louisiana because in Louisiana, we believe in faith, family, and freedom, and that is why I voted in favor of this bill.
These people are holding positions of power in the states. She is an elected leader in Louisiana, and she believes that you should believe what she believes. Faith, family, and freedom? My ass. Only if you believe in her faith and have a family that looks like hers. And there is no freedom in endorsing some specific denomination of Christianity in a classroom. It's clear she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
I got a dollar bill in my wallet. In God we trust is written on that dollar. It is not forcing anybody to believe one viewpoint. It's merely posting a historical reference on the wall for students to read and interpret it if they choose.
Okay. She forfeits her right to be a sentient human being with a statement that idiotic. She doesn't think that every element on the dollar isn't making you believe in one thing. In our country, we have all been forced to believe that the dollar is the almighty, as it is the foundation of our capitalistic society. You don't believe me? Well, then give me your money. Right.
This is a very valuable document.
The 10 Commandments is not a valuable document. It's fiction. Some old guy goes into the mountains, sees a burning bush, and comes down with a contract. My buddy did the same thing. He went to the chicken ranch in Nevada, got herpes, and came back married to the woman who infected him. It's the exact same thing.
Look, this nation has gotten out of hand with crime, with the bad negative things that are going on.
She's blaming us for her problems? Hey, Louisiana is not the shiny beacon of peace and tranquility. Louisiana takes turn as the first and second most dangerous state in the country and the fourth most religious state in the country. Maybe there's a correlation there, inbred. And as far as the bad, negative things going on, look in the mirror. Forcing religious text on people is not a good, positive thing. And while we're at it, Louisiana, sleeping with your sibling or first cousin isn't a good, positive thing either.
Why is it so preposterous that we would want our students to have the option to have some good principles instilled in them? If they don't hear it at home, let them read it in the classroom.
If you want to instill some good principles, start with the leader of your party. This is what happens when you idolize a convicted felon. If somebody is behaving a certain way, follow it up the chain.
I don't understand why this is so preposterous and that litigation is being threatened. It doesn't scare us in the state of Louisiana. We say bring it on.
Look at that. She doesn't understand that she is going against the U.S. Constitution, an authentic document. It's not a fake one like the 10 Commandments. But Boris has a better answer, and it's less emotional.
Because if someone has a home in which they choose to believe something different, which is welcome in this country, it's literally why people fled to come here to found this country to begin with, then they should be allowed to. And it's not really an option if you're requiring it to be put up in the wall of a classroom.
Bravo! And look how perplexed she is, like a doll looking at a TV set. He continues.
What do you say to the parents of students or even teachers who don't share your religious views?
Don't look at it.
Here's the thing. Talking to her is like talking to an asshole. No, not one figuratively. I'm not calling her one. I mean like actually talking to the end of a person where the waist comes out.
You say if your child had to go to a classroom in which the 5 pillars of Islam were required to be on the wall, how would you feel?
Again, this is not about the 5 pillars of Islam. This bill specifically states the 10 Commandments.
She must be MAGA. She sounds like it. They've weaponized stupidity. That's what we're fighting against, folks. Stupidity. This person is incapable of seeing another perspective other than her own, which is not the trait of a good leader or legislator. How embarrassing for Louisiana.
Look, Louisiana is not California or New York. It may make people uncomfortable in other states, but in this legislature this year, it was a resounding acceptance of this legislation. And that's what's most important.
Yeah, you got that right. California and New York are self-sufficient. You might say we're better states. Without California and New York money, Louisiana would sink into the ocean. But like the rest of them, she'll give us the finger and say it's either my way or the highway. Yeah, we'll remember that when the next hurricane cleans out your state, like the Great Flood.
What should a teacher tell a kindergartner who asks what adultery is?
Well, the teacher should be able to have an appropriate response, which is to tell them, look, guys, this is a historical document that's posted on the wall to remind everyone of good morals, good principles.
Here's the thing. I'm a teacher, and I say this with all seriousness. I'm gonna find a list of rules to follow to be a better parent and have each student take it home to get signed. Because my belief is that if they were better parents, I wouldn't need to put the 10 Commandments up in my room.